Hello students. Today in this video class we are going to learn about the multi-programming and multi-processing operating system. Okay. So on last class we have learned there are different types of operating system. Okay. So various types of operating system according to our use, according to resource available. Uh, there are so many according to processing capability. We have learned various types of operating systems like single user operating system, multi-user operating system, single user or single tasking operating system, multi-user or multitasking operating system. Okay, and also we have heard this name like network operating system, multi-programming operating system, multi-threading operating system, multi-processing operating system, network operating system. Various types of operating systems are there. We are using our smartphone. Also there is a operating system, mobile operating system. In our personal computer, laptop, also we have a operating system. In mainframe computer, the mainframe computer, which is the most powerful computer that controls number of microcomputers, also it is run with the operating system. So operating system is highly required. This thing already we have given the concept of operating system and the functions of operating system. So operating system overall controls and coordinates all operations of the computer system. So today's video is a different two types of operating system, that is a multi-programming operating system and a multi-processing operating system. So let us discuss about the multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming. Multi, it means several number of programs. So simultaneously at a time number of programs can be executed in a memory of a computer. That means computer is a big processor. Okay, computer is a big processor. It processes. It program. Processing means when programs are being executed in this memory. The program is a set of instructions. So the instructions are executed, means this is the process. Process means it will execute number of instructions written inside a program. So here we have written here multi-programming means several programs, number of programs residing in memory. Okay, number of programs, two or more programs are residing in memory at same time. Then sharing the processor is referred to multi-programming. Okay, so a processor processes. Whenever a processor processes number of programs at same time, that is multi-programming. Means several programs can be executed in the processor of computer, that is a memory. It assumes as a single shared processors. So a single shared processors like Linux, Unix, Windows 2000, these are the multi-programming operating system. So multi-programming and multitasking are different. Multitasking, a single user can perform number of tasks at same time in a computer. A single user can execute number of programs, number of tasks. Example is Windows. Okay, but here multi-programming means a single processor processes multiple programs. Okay, and next we have written it supports concurrent execution of two or more active process and also multiple user. Also it supports multiple user, it supports several users and no number of processes. More than two or more than one active processes can be executed concurrently. So it creates an environment that supports multiple user and multiple processors to execute number of programs concurrently. Okay, so multiple users can be used, means it supports it creates an environment where multiple users can execute number of programs. Okay, so multi-programming operating system is the interlink execution of two or more different independent programs. Programs may be dependent or different, independent or different, the same computer. In a computer, number of programs can be executed by a common memory. So concurrently execution of the programs has a significant potential. Why we are going for multi-programming? To improve the system throughput. Throughput means number of processes per unit time, number of processes completed per unit time. Okay, so to increase the throughput, increase the efficiency, increase the potential of the computers, we require concurrently execution of programs. Simultaneously you can process number of programs. Okay, simultaneously at a time, that is concurrent execution of programs. Okay, another advantage you may have for multi-programming, resource utilization is better as compared to single processing or batch processing. In case of single processing, what happens? A single process can process a program. So after completion of first program, then second process will be going to be executed. And then the batch processing also, next program has to wait. A similar jobs, those are executed at the same time. But sometimes some resources become idle. Okay, suppose a processor is performing input operation. So number of programs are there. A single process is only operating the input output operation. So logical operations or other computations cannot be done. So in case of multi-programming, resource utilization is better, because at same time a part of the processor may execute input output operation, where at same time we can give the computing or logical operations for other part. So at a time several programs can be executed. Okay, so system will be busy always. That is the resource utilization. So it increases the throughput of the computer system. It become more efficient potentiality of the computer system, and better resource utilization for this multi-programming operating system as compared to batch and single processing operating system. Okay, multiple programming operating system. Then next point, that is this multi-programming operating system monitor the state of all active programs and system resources using memory management program to ensure that the CPU is never become idle unless there are no jobs to process. Okay, so in multi-programming operating system will be busy always. No resources will become idle unless there are no job to process. Okay, so memory management is done by the operating system. So this operating system has a better memory management, because memory will be always busy. So operating system monitor the state of all active programs. Different states are there. Different states. Suppose a program are going to be executed first, input output operation, then processing, then after processing what is the result that will be from the output device. So input operation, input device in input operation, output operation, processing, and some computational operations are simultaneously, concurrently can be performed in case of multi-programming operating system. So this is the concept of multi-programming operating system. Nowadays we are also multi-programming operating system in our day-to-day life we are using. Here we are using multiple programs at same time. Okay, so initially we have no operating system, so it is difficult to process, difficult to use the computer. Okay, then operating system introduced in the second generations. I have told you that then batch processing, similar programs can be processed at the same time. Okay, then to improve the efficiency of the computer system, we can have multiple programs. In this way, multiple programs, we can develop the efficiency of the computer and a better resource utilization. Okay, so this is all about the multi-programming operating system. Now let us discuss the advantages of this multi-programming operating system. Okay, so one by one we will discuss. So first one is it improves the resource utilization, means high and efficient CPU utilization. So CPU becomes busy always, so idleness is recovered, so it improves the high and efficiency of the CPU utilization. So it reduces the CPU idle time. Okay, CPU will be always busy, and it increases the efficiency of the computer system. The computer become more potential. The potential of the computer system is also high, and also better or higher resource utilization. Whatever the resources, whatever the components were used in a computer system, that will be perform the best performance by putting high throughput, by always working, means busy. So ultimately it improves higher resource utilization, and ultimately better productivity of the program. The program productivity will be better if you compare to previously learned the batch processing operating system. There are some advantages and disadvantages also I have detected. Okay, so this is the basic advantages of multi-programming operating system. Now let us discuss the disadvantages. Okay, this is the disadvantages. So here CPU scheduling is required. Another disadvantage, CPU scheduling also required, because a CPU executes, so what to execute the serial one program. After completion of one program, simultaneously what are the programs, what are the processes, that thing it has to decide. So CPU scheduling is required, because a number of programs are to be executed. So as number of programs are required to be executed, so CPU scheduling is also required. Then accommodate many jobs in memory, and memory management is required. So as memory, as there are so many jobs, so many jobs are residing in the memory, so memory management is also required. CPU scheduling is required, memory management is also required. Another disadvantage is when a small error in a program. Okay, when a small error in a program, then the program occupies in CPU for long period of time. Okay, so there are number of programs are executed in multi-programming operating system. So whenever one error in a program, small error in a program, then this program occupies in CPU. That program can never terminate it. It will be wait. It has next has to wait. So this error can stay in same state for long period of time. This is the disadvantages. Okay. So day by day we are improving the new different technology, very new concept to improve the system efficiency and computer become more friendly. So this is all about the multi-programming operating system and with its advantages and disadvantages. You can detect, we can write this type of note for multi-programming operating system with example why multi-programming is required. In single programming, there are so many difficulties. Single programming a program complete, once a program complete, then second program was to be executed serially. Program one by one was executed. So in multi-programming, several programs can be executed at the same time. So ultimately, system efficiency will be increased. System resource will be better utilization. So this is all about the multi-programming operating system. Next important thing is multi-processing operating system. Okay, multi-processing operating system. Here you see multi-processing. Okay, multi-processing, multiple processes in a single system. Multiple processes in a single system. Okay, multi-processing. So this operating system is capable of supporting or utilizing more than one computer processor. So here multiple processors are working in a single computer. Multiple processors are working in a single processor. Okay, it supports utilizing more than one computer process. Okay. So in a single computer system, we have multiple processors like a octal core where 8 processors are working, and dual core 2 processors are working. So multiple processor means in a computer there is a memory, a CPU. So in case of in this memory there are a number of CPUs, because in each CPU there is a processor. Okay, so whenever we want to process to increase the efficiency of the computer, to increase more number of programs, more number of processes, then you can add processors, central processing unit. So we can add processors into the memory of the computer. So these are the day-to-day life. Nowadays we are using, there are various types of processors. Okay, so in multi-processing operating system, more than one process can run. More than one process can run. Yes. More than one process can run different CPU at same time. There are so many CPUs are connected to the computer memory, and different CPU can process different different programs, different processes can be executed in multi-processing operating system. Means more than one process can run in different CPU. Okay, at same time. So there are real parallel execution of process. So it is a parallel execution. Parallelly, number of a process can run a different CPU. Okay, so we will discuss why it is required. Why it is required. Suppose you see this diagram. Suppose in a computer, in a memory, suppose there is one CPU. Suppose one CPU. Suppose a process is required to complete 5 milliseconds. Suppose a process is required, it completes in 5 milliseconds. Suppose there are three processes. Okay, so 3 processes may take 15 milliseconds. Suppose process 1 5 milliseconds. For process 2 it requires another 5 milliseconds. For process 3 it requires another 5 milliseconds. So if one process executes all these 3 programs, 3 processes, it will take 5 plus 5 plus 5, that's 15 milliseconds. If you add three processor, if you add three processor, processor 1, that is CPU 1, CPU 2 and CPU 3, just look, process CPU 1, CPU 2 and CPU 3. So simultaneously three processors of the computer can process three programs, three processes. So it will take only 5 milliseconds. Okay, processor 1 perform 5 milliseconds, processor 2 5 milliseconds, processor 3 also 5 milliseconds. So if you use a single processor, it will take 15 milliseconds. If you are using three processors in the memory, it will take only 5 milliseconds. So ultimately we can improve the throughput of the computer system in case of multiprocessing operating system. Okay, so instead of using also three computers, we can use a single computer but adding three processors. That is also cost effective, we will discuss. Okay, so this is the concept of multi-processing operating system. So another thing, just come to here. So all processors, more than one processor, all processors are having common bus clock. So in multi-processing, we are having common bus clock, common memory, means a common input-output devices. So it is a dynamic assignment of a program to one or more computers working on the same program in parallel. So only you have to, we can add the processor, not all other devices. Okay, in same memory, but memory have a number of processors, same bus clock and same input-output devices. Okay, everything will be same, but parallelly, this is the real parallel system, parallel execution. So parallelly all systems will be working. Next point is CPU can perform arithmetic at same time, arithmetical operation, logical operations in one hub, in another hub, another program, input output operations can carry out concurrently. And simultaneously, input output operations, arithmetic and logical operations, all operations can be carried out simultaneously by input IO processor or other part of the program. So simultaneously all types of operations can be performed. Okay, in one part arithmetical operation, in another part logical operations, in another part in IO operations. All operations can be carried out in a single at a time. Suppose just this, suppose a CPU, it can perform MS Word. Same time another processor can execute MS Paint, and another processor can execute web browser in a common memory, in common computer. In a single computer, at the same time, one operations is done. One processor is executing MS Word, another processor is executing MS Paint, another processor is also using web browser. Okay, then in such a system, instructions from different, just look, in such system, instruction from different and independent program, can be processed simultaneously by different CPUs. Okay, in this different CPU, different programs can be executed, and the CPU may simultaneously execute different instructions from same program. So simultaneously different instructions, different CPU can work. Simultaneously different CPU can work different processes. Okay. Next point is it is required when number of processes is very high. Why it is required? Because number of processors when is required, when number of processes is very high, there are more number of processors, number of things to process. So one process takes much more time. So to reduce the time, to perform the quickly, we can add different processors in the computer memory. Okay, so it is required when number of processes is very high, and a single processor takes very long time. Okay, it will take a very long time to deal with all these processes. So if you perform a single processor, it will take a long time. So you can add different processors in the computer memory. Okay, next part is there are two types of multiprocessing operating system. types of operating system. There are two types of multi-processing operating system. One is your symmetric, okay. One is your symmetric, another one is your asymmetric. Okay. In symmetric multi-processing operating system, here all CPU are equal, right? Means all CPU having same function and same access control, same power. All are having similar, symmetry, same power. There is no priority. Okay. But in asymmetric, there is not like that. There is a master processor. One CPU will be a master, others will be slave. And the master will decide which process will be handled by which CPU. So in case of symmetric, all processors, just see, all processors are equal rights, equal function, same function, and equal access control facilities. But asymmetric, there is a master slave concept. One processor will be control. One processor will control all other processors connected with it. So that master processor decides which processors to do to which work. So all assignments of the CPU will be controlled, will be scheduled by this master CPU. Okay, this is the asymmetry. All are not equal. Only there is some master, just like a server. All computers are connected to the server. Server is the powerful computer. All computers are connected to the server. Server controls all the things. Okay. Then we will go to the discuss the advantages of this multi-processing operating system. So till now we decided that if multiple processors processes number of programs at same time. So ultimately high throughput, there is more throughput. Throughput means the number of jobs completed per unit time. So throughput of the computer will be high, result will be high, it will more efficient result. Okay. Second thing is high reliability.